Here.
Ford.
Here.
Van Zant.
Here.
Hopper.
Here.
Webb.
Okay. On the consent agenda, does anybody wish to have anything pulled out? Or do we have a motion to approve as is?
I would make the motion to approve as is.
I will second that motion. If we can call for a vote at this time, please, to please approve items 1 through 7. If we could call for a vote on that, please.
Lively.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Van Zant.
Yes.
Hopper.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to our favorite. Oh, no, do we have any remarks? Moving on to our favorite item agenda, item number 8, the financial report.
Did you skip or was that part of never mind.
Item number
Continue.
7, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we voted to approve item number 7. in
Yeah,
its
no,
entirety.
it was all on there, but never mind. Continue.
Okay.
Alrighty. We have the financial summary for the month of June. Average daily census was 6.83. That was down 4 days from May and down 3 days from the year-to-date monthly average. Acute payer mix for June was 74% for Medicare and Medicare managed care, with the prior month being 71%. Swing bed payer mix for June was 66% for Medicare and 34% for Medicare managed care. The year-to-date for Medicare was 73%, and the Medicare managed care percent was 27%. Operating margin is a loss of $47,000 for the month. This is down $323,000 from May, and the year-to-date operating margin is a loss of $81,000. Net patient revenue for the month was $1.41 million. It's a decrease of $371,000 from last month and a decrease of $5,000 from the year-to-date monthly average. 340B revenue was $15,000 for June, and expenses were $17,000. Operating expenses were at $1.47 million for June. That's down $72,000 from the prior month and up $18,000 from the year-to-date monthly average. This is mostly due to, Kelly and I were talking about, we had Crofab, the rattlesnake medicine that we had to buy that
So we
month.
made a decision as a facility, ours was gonna expire July 1. But we can send it back and get a replacement from the company. But it takes 2 weeks to get that replacement. So we were gonna go 2 weeks with no ad-minimum in the facility. So we made the decision to go ahead and purchase our own until that comes in. Well, it's July 22nd and Linda's having a hard time getting it returned. So kind of glad, because we're gonna be over a month of we would have no Crofab. Now, when it does come in, we're gonna have 2. So 12 vials is what we'll have, 2 doses. So we won't keep the patient still, but we will have 2 doses. But that's why we made the executive decision to go ahead and purchase it, just because of where we live.
Well, in years past, other facilities have actually borrowed from your facility due to the fact they don't carry it.
Exactly.
So,
We made that decision to do that.
Okay. Patient days for June were at 205. This is down 123 days from May. Cash receipts for the month were at $1.53 million, an increase of $228,000 from the year-to-date monthly average, and an increase of $49,000 from May. Cash disbursements were at $1.61 million. Cash balance at June month end was $1.04 million, giving us about 21.2 days of cash on hand. For the clinic, the average visits were 9.57, sorry. The year-to-date revenue for the clinic is $261,000. Operating expenses are $526,000, with a year-to-date net loss of $265,000. That's what I've got. You guys have any questions? Oh, we got an email today from Tina and from Dennis that we have our tentative settlement for the cost report. It's done deal, so we should be getting it any time now.
Right around, what was it, 1.1?
Yeah, I can have the exact number in my email.
A little over 1.1 million for a
Yeah, that's
second.
correct, $1,140,000.
Yep,
is what it
thanks.
should be.
Thanks, Dennis.
And then they should true up this year at some point in time, so we'll be able to
Yep.
Okay, so you mentioned a little bit about the clinic and so forth. Are you still doing physicals for free for?
Yep.
And that's going on at any time, you just call them?
We'll go back to, I think when it gets closer to school, we'll go back to the Wednesdays. But currently, right now, it's just whenever.
It's just whenever? Okay. All right.
Yeah, we can post that on Facebook.
Yeah, I've been seeing more of the social media
Yes.
from you guys.
Yep.
It's been showing up in my feed more.
We try to continue to post regularly. You know, Bethany that was doing our post is no longer, she's part-time PRN, and so Nick's been getting through it, trying to get all the sign-ons and all that to get to be able to use it a little bit more. So we're trying to get that taken care of.
Have we thought about doing paid ads on Facebook?
We have not offered paid ads on Facebook, no, sir. We haven't discussed that.
Okay. I think that's something that we could,
We can talk about it.
there are some
See
strategic
know.
options that we can make within that we could target.
We can do some, we'll get you some pricing and bring it back to the board.
The pricing is
Yeah.
so inexpensive that it's not even funny. And then we can specifically target if you go into another clinic in town. If your phone pings there, you will see our ad.
That's
So
cool.
I just recently got access like this last week.
Yeah.
And that is something, because it's the business profile side of it that I've never experienced. So I can definitely see why that would be beneficial, because there's a lot to it.
There is a-
There's a lot of information
There
on that
is-
professional dashboard.
It is absolutely insane what you can look at on an analytical standpoint of who's seeing it, when they're seeing it. We can also target age groups.
If you wanted to possibly bring it up in your business and give us an amount we could spend up to, then we could possibly look at that, but y'all have to vote on it under new business, since you're bringing it up now. Like how much y'all would want us to spend up to this
Okay.
amount without bringing it back to us.
Okay.
I think, Dennis, correct me if I'm wrong, that all advertising like that is non-allowable cost on the cost report, but I mean, if it's,
Yep, correct.
I mean-
It's not an allowable cost on the cost report. Just so y'all know.
Okay.
anything else from
Does
me?
anybody else have any questions in regards to the financial report?
I did not.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you, guys.
moving on to item number 9, update on the lab and OR project.
This is gonna be just a quick update that's gonna go with number 12. So while I was gone, everybody know I submitted the functional plan before last board meeting to the State Department of Health. They have sent our response back and said, you do have to have a licensed architect, no matter what. I'm like, we are literally doing no construction whatsoever. We're not moving walls, we're not changing the flow of anything. They're like, we have to have a licensed architect. So as y'all know, we're working with ARC for our roof. So I kind of reached out to him, and he said, send me the guy's name, I'll talk to him, I'll call him and say, why? What do you need me to do? What do you need an architect to do to get a little bit more information before we go out and get these engagement stuff? Josh has not gotten back with me yet, but he was gonna talk to the architect for the State Department of Health for us. But I put number 12 on here, so if we have to still have one after Josh talks to him, we can move forward. That's the update. It has nothing to do with how much it costs. They're just like, it's set in
Yeah.
stone. I'm like, really? So, we're not changing occupancy of the space. Josh asked a bunch of questions, and so he was gonna reach out. I think his name's Hornsby, Greg Hornsby is the gentleman's name that he was gonna talk to at the state level.
It makes no sense to me either.
None, just zero. We're not changing a thing, so just, I don't know.
Can we just have the architect write a letter and say there?
Well,
will be
he's
no
hoping
changes?
that's what he has to do. And the architect can just bill us by hour, by however many hours it takes, so. But he's gonna find out and let us know.
Okay,
That's the update on the OR.
great. No action taken on item number 9, please. And then if we could transition into item number 10, possible action to approve the Mangum Sports Booster Agreement for radio marketing.
This is the same agreement we currently have that they do from 97.7 and on Facebook. It's the exact same thing with the exact same price of the $110 per month, billed monthly to us for a full year. We get 6 commercials every week to promote our business, and we are on every game. It says in weekly game promos, we are literally on every Facebook Live that they have on 97.7 on Facebook, and our emblem's in the bottom corner. So that's what this pays for, and it's time to renew it. So that'd
Make a
bring-
motion to approve?
I'll second.
If we can call for a vote at this time?
Wiley,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Van Zandt,
Yes.
Hopper.
Yes.
Moving on to number 11, discussion possible action to approve Port 53 renewal quote for pen testing services to identity potential vulnerabilities and cyber attacks on our system.
So this is a renewal again with Port 53 to do pen testing on our facilities. If you read the summary sheet, kind of breaks it out. It's just to test our security system on all internet accesses. And our cost, so Cohesive's $3,000, but since we're under Cohesive, we only have to pay $480. I know the invoice you see says $3,000, but our cost is only $480 per each of the 5 facilities. So it's $3,000 total.
Is this like ongoing testing, or do they just do it,
They do it
once a
routinely. They do it
year? So
routinely,
it's
yeah.
random.
I don't know there's no like specific, they gotta do this many this month, that month. They just, when they hit it, they hit it. It simulates a cyber attack and tells you where you have vulnerabilities.
So it says 25 pen attacks?
That's for all
of
5.
Cohesive, so we're probably looking at 5
Yeah.
tests throughout the facility?
Yep.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion that we approve.
I'll second.
We could call for a vote.
Wiley,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Van Zandt,
Yes.
Hopper.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to item number 12, discussion and possible action to approve MRMC to engage with architects for quotes and engagement letters regarding the labs removable move as requested by the Oklahoma State Department of Health. I'd like to make a motion that we approve.
I'll second.
We could call for a vote at this time, please.
Lively,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Van Zandt,
Yes.
Hopper.
And
Yes.
those agreements will come back to y'all if the state says we have to. Just next month, just to clarify that. They will come back before we engage in anything.
Okay, moving on to item number 13, are we needing to?
Nope.
Okay, no action taken on item number 13 and item number 14 and 15.
Correct. There was no complaints or grievances.
Item number 16 as well. Staff and board remarks.
Roof has started. The roof repair has started. They delivered right around 6 semi-loads of supplies and equipment today. They hope to start tear off over the cafeteria area tomorrow morning. They will only tear off what they can replace in a day. So that was our concern, because it's gonna be open roof. I mean, if they have to remove metal, you're looking at the drop roof, right, the drop ceiling right below you. So we brought that up in our meeting with them, and they're like, no, we will only tear off what we can replace that day.
Yeah, because tomorrow afternoon, I think there's a chance of rain.
There is.
What?
And then,
Really?
And then Sunday, there's a chance I think it's another day.
Yeah.
It's only 30%, so that means none for us.
Honestly, that's when we get it.
I was like,
when
that
it's
doesn't
all
mean.
sun.
Well, the other
Or
day it
torrential
was-
We had
downpour.
none the other day and got rain.
The other day there was a 2% chance and it poured.
Yeah,
So
But our roof has started officially.
that's exciting.
Well, yay.
That's
And I
been
have some
years.
information for you, Corey, with that.
How many years has that been going on, Cheryl?
Year and a half for me.
The roof?
Oh,
For
yeah,
me,
that
yeah.
goes way back.
Yeah, for
That's
me.
good.
Since 2017, but it actually predates to 2017.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
Because I've been with the city since February
Probably about
17.
20 years after the building
We've been
was
talking
built.
about this land.
you know it, absolutely. So, thank God our roof has started. That's a big highlight for us.
It's exciting.
It is.
Thank you for seeing that through.
This is probably Steve's last meeting, if he has his way.
He gonna fix those potholes for you, Sheriff.
He got,
Yes.
he announced that at the meeting, he says Cheryl's been on him about potholes and he decided he's gonna, so this is the last time we're gonna have Steve at a meeting.
Oh, what dadgummit, you've done a good job, Steve.
You've done a great job. We appreciate you
Thank you.
spending your evenings with us.
I'll save my remarks till the pothole gets filled.
So, Corey, a question for you is that another board has brought in like an OSU extension person to give a talk about, hey, Open Meetings Act and like some things about it. Is there a possibility that we could get something like that for us as to,
Yep.
you know, how to do some things and
Absolutely.
do like some education for us in terms of how to properly run meetings, so maybe our liability goes down in terms of risk of litigation?
Yep.
Okay.
We can even, I mean, I could do it, or bring in a third party. I mean, I did it for the city council, June, I think. I did a quick 1 hour crash course.
Okay.
Would it be during our board meeting, or would we do it at a different time?
I would say you definitely need to schedule a different time.
Okay, we can do that, absolutely. I know probably several people at Cohesive would like to attend also, so they can take it to their other boards.
Wow.
So that-
Well, it was the fair board that brought him in on this past Saturday. His name's Brad Raven, and he does a lot of the county officials trainings and things like that. So it was a little more specific just for fair board, but he does mention that there is another person that totally covers the Open Meetings Act and all that. So we have that information, and
Is it free to us?
it would be free, yes. Now, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. Brad Raven was free, and this guy also works for OSU, so I can't imagine why he would charge, and we didn't have to pay for the other one, so.
I know OML used to do that kind of training, or OMAG, I can't remember which one of those. But I know they quit doing it, so but there is still a new officer institute, but I mean, it's too much of a broad stroke, in my opinion, to be beneficial to y'all.
Okay.
I mean, you crash course on open meetings and stuff like that, but I mean, it's just way too generalized.
Okay.
I don't think you need to go there and learn about outer May city governments and stuff.
If you want to go with the OSU, I can get that information to you, and you make the call about when to
We
do
could
that.
make an agenda item and talk about it as a.
I just think it needs to be a separate meeting is all I
Oh,
would say.
yeah.
That way you can,
Yeah,
Not
for sure.
record it.
you can record it.
Well, you could just focus on the one
That
area.
one item, and that way it can be like a
ask those
1 hour
questions and
training or
not have to
whatever.
do all the other business
Okay.
of a session.
That
No.
way everybody's there just for that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on another note, that like, under new business, when we're talking about the amount for, still on staff and board remarks, I would make as a remark that I think a fair, reasonable budget to test our system and see what our response is start with $100 a month on Facebook ads. I mean, that's what I do. And I mean, it seems to get,
As long as the board's okay
Would
with
you
that.
do it per month, or would you do like a one-time
I would do.
to kind of see the response that you get within that month and then go from there?
I would do probably $100 for the first month, and then as a part of our next meeting, we could address it and see what the analytics are. That we could actually like print the analytics and say, hey, you know, our ad, you could actually look at your ad and go, without running an ad, we had this many people click on it. With running a paid ad, we paid this much, it was a cost per person of this, and then this was our response. And I think $100, because our target audience is gonna be very limited. There's no reason that we need to be targeting 8 to 13-year-olds. We only need to be targeting those over probably 40 years and above. And then we can, so that market in Mangum, Oklahoma is gonna be very limited, so we're not gonna have, that'll buy us a lot of ads for $100, I
I was
believe.
gonna say, I mean, I've done like with Jesse's, I've spent like $10-15, and it goes a long way for
But
just
like-
his little page.
Exactly. $10 an ad, over 10 ads over the course of a month, and then see what that does. Because one ad may not produce, but running consistent ads.
Because he's probably made like a whole $1 from Meta. I mean, at this point, he's basically an influencer.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Do we do much in the newspaper?
We do ads every week in the newspaper. Every week we do, for the hospital and the clinic. We do both. Yep.
Might, if there were a way to compare
See,
the
that's the,
efficiency of
Yeah.
the
both
crazy
methods.
deal is the newspaper, there is absolutely no idea of how many people even looked at your ad.
Yeah.
This, we can actually gauge how long a person read your ad,
And it
what
will
their
actually show you
interaction
the
was.
demographics, it'll show you their location,
Exactly.
I mean, it shows you everything about them
And you can-
as far as on that side. And even whether they're in the States, out of the States, what town they're, like, it showed, like, that information is so above my head when I was like, oh, this is way more than I need.
So if you walk into Elk City Hospital, we can target you and say that if you were in Elk City with your cell phone, Facebook knows it. And then we can, as our Facebook page, specifically target those that were in Elk City Hospital or whatever clinic it may be. Now, I don't know if we can go so far as to say residents of between this zip code who have been there, you know, but you can go pretty deep and pretty heavy for very little money. And then you can actually see, did they fill out, it would tell you, they went to our webpage and filled out, or they went to the clinic and actually filled out the deal. So it can go really deep, and I think that would be way more profitable if we spent the time and the energy on that than ads in the newspaper.
I would agree with that.
So,
We absolutely can do that. All right.
we are all in trouble. Warrants are gonna get served out
We're the
now.
only one double parked.
I am, yeah. Probably parked in front of a hydrant too.
I just gotta be faster than
Okay. Does anybody else have any board remarks? Okay, moving on to new business. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the Mangum City Hospital to spend up to $100 a month on Facebook ads without oversight of the board.
Is there a limit of months, or are we just in general?
You wanna do like 3 months, or a quarter?
Let's do a quarter, and then, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
3 months.
That's, we can amend my
But
motion to say
We'll report it
that.
to you every month in board meeting too. We'll report the analytics to y'all in board meeting.
Okay, if we could call for a vote on that item, please.
I didn't have a second.
I was like, you technically
Oh,
don't have a second, but.
yeah. Wow, yeah.
Look at Steve, he gets.
And he's leaving.
Yeah.
Now he's leaving.
Now you have a second, now you may call for the vote, sir.
Lively,
Now we can
Yes.
call for a vote.
Ford,
Yes.
Van Zandt,
Yes.
Hopper.
Yes.
See that Open Meetings Act education that Corey did for me.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn,
I will second that.
if we could call for a vote at this
Lively,
time.
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Van Zandt,
Yes.
Hopper.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys. So I'm going to meet with the PA tomorrow, the public adjuster, give him his $12,000 so he can give us our check, and then I'll bring it to y'all on Thursday.
That's fine.
We're meeting tomorrow afternoon.
So
I gotta
you're not
update
leaving the
y'all
city,
on
are
that.
you? Like,
No.
You're just.
And then, yeah, I was like, dude, because I talked to Josh, we were having such an issue with giving us his W-9. I mean, that's been the whole delay.
Yeah.
Is we've been asking for W-9 for 2 months. Dude, what are you doing now? We gotta have it to pay you.
Mhm.
And so Josh was like, tell him I'm gonna charge y'all 10%, because it's in the contract, I can charge you 10% late fee, because you haven't paid me. And so I told him that, he's like, oh, I'll send it to you tomorrow. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, the city council's approved to pay everybody, so.
yeah, I mean,
So-
but come on, I need our money.
But Josh has been paid since then?
No, Josh has not been paid yet.
Okay.
Until we get the 122 deposited in the city
Got it,
account.
okay. Well, it's approved, so as soon as it comes in, it should be.
Yeah, so I'll give it to you Thursday. I'll bring it up to y'all and deliver it to you Thursday morning.
Do you want a date on this?
Nope, I'll date them. It's because it's today, but I'll date them.
Man, look at this forms. These are beautiful.
Well, these are the plans that you approved.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah?
Hey, that guy with the deal was basically saying that we could have a meeting without posting it since we're not voting on agenda items or discussion.
That doesn't seem possible, does it?
Is that not?
Too many.
He also said that, like, I guess that during executive session, somebody needed to be taking notes, and then we'd seal them in an envelope that if we were ever deposed, that we needed to have that.
I mean, it does, do have to take, but
Sign right
you have to.
Okay.
Uh-oh, what's going on with my pen?
No, anytime you have discussion in the agenda item, doesn't matter whether you vote or not.
Okay.
I don't know where he got that, because AG's opinion's out there now.
Yeah.
And sign that one.
Well, that's what seemed, because I was like, well, you could, you know, we could have a education meeting, and then the topic could come up,